Hello dear students, good morning. So today we are going to study very important topic, that is motional EMF from Lorentz force. Before this we had discussed motional EMF from Faraday's laws. So that was E is equal to BLV. Bill we can say that already we have discussed. So let's start the topic, that is motional EMF from Lorentz. You can see the diagram. This is a conducting rails. Conducting rails means this is a U shape rectangular, you can say, coil. So this is the length of this side of this, the conductor we have placed on this conducting rails, and this is a, we can say, any conductor PQ, and magnetic field lines are passing perpendicular to the magnetic field. This is a symbol of magnetic field lines passing into the paper. So you can see the cross sign. So when a conductor is placed in the magnetic field, a large number of free electrons start moving through a magnetic field. Means a conductor has a large number of free electrons when it is moves through a magnetic field. Clear? A Lorentz force acting on a free electrons can set up a current. When Lorentz force means magnetic force is acting on this conductor placed in a magnetic field. So there is a rectangular conductor in which arm PQ is free to move. This PQ is free to move. This is a pen. You can see this is, suppose this is a conductor and it is moving like this from right side to left side. So when this conductor is moving from right side to left side in a uniform magnetic field that is passing perpendicular into the paper, as the arm PQ is moved towards the left with velocity v, it is moving with velocity v towards left side, the free electrons of PQ also start moving with the same speed towards left. As soon as this conductor is moving with speed v, then already electrons are present in this conductor and they are also moving with this conductor towards the left side. The electrons experience a magnetic Lorentz force, and this force you better know, that is Lorentz force. Lorentz force, that is Fm, we can say, Lorentz force, magnetic Lorentz force, that is Fm is equal to QVV. It means when any charge is moving in a magnetic field, it experiences a force that is equal to QVV. So according to Fleming left hand rule, according to Fleming left hand rule, we will apply Fleming left hand rule. This force acts in the direction QP. This is Q, this is P, and hence the free electrons will move towards negative charge. So this force acts in the direction QP, this is QP, and hence the free electrons will move towards P. Free electrons will start moving towards P. Okay, you can see these electrons are moving towards P along this direction. Okay, so negative charge accumulates at P point and positive charge accumulate at Q. So we can write here, charges accumulate at P and Q. So at point P negative charges are accumulating, and at point Q positive charges are accumulating. So an electric field is set up in the conductor. Therefore electric field will be set up, electric field lines moving from positive charge to negative charge. So electric field will be set up. Okay, so this field exert a force, this field also exert a force. Electrons are moving towards P side and charges are accumulating at point Q. So current is towards this direction. This is the direction of current. This is the direction of current. Okay, this field exert a force, that is Fe is equal to QE. Magnetic force is QVV and electric force is QE. F is equal to QE. E means electric force and Q is force experienced by the charge particle, ठीक है, या force on the free electrons. Force on the free electrons, we can write here free electrons. The accumulation of the charges at two ends will continue till these two forces balance each other. Means continuation of the movement of the charges will till the two forces balance each other. Okay, so positive charge will start accumulating at this point and negative charge will start accumulating at point P, and this process goes on till electric force becomes equal to magnetic force, or we can say magnetic force becomes equal to electric force. So you know the formula of magnetic force, that is QVV, and electric force is QE. So you can cancel QQ from this equation, then we are getting only E is equal to VV. Okay, so or we can write E is equal to VV. The potential, now what will happen, the potential difference between the ends Q and P is, potential will be set up along this conductor. So we can write here the potential difference between the ends Q and P is, that is, what is potential? Electric field is equal to potential per unit length. So V is equal to EL. From this formula we can write. So this value we know, V is equal to VV and L is there. So this equation becomes V is equal to VVL. It means this is a potential, V is a potential, and this is V, and this is a small v, we can say. This is the velocity. Okay, so potential V is equal to VVL, we can write. Okay, so where V denoting the potential, and here B magnetic field lines, V is the velocity, and L is the length. So this potential means, we can say, that it is the magnetic force on the moving free electrons that maintains the potential difference and produce the motional EMF. Magnetic force on the moving free electrons that maintains the potential difference and produce the motional EMF, that we can write this V is equal to E, that is equal to motional EMF. Motional EMF means motional, we can write this equation VL, V or VVL. So motional EMF nothing but it is EMF produced when there is in motion in a magnetic field. So this is known as EMF, yeah, motional EMF from Lorentz force. Already we have discussed this motional EMF from Faraday's laws by using E is equal to minus d phi by dt. But here by using Lorentz force, now we will find the value of induced current. Okay, so current induced in the loop, we can write here current induced in the loop, current induced in the loop. This is a loop. Okay, so VQRS. So current will induce in the loop, that is equal to, let us suppose that R with the resistance of the movable arm. This is a movable arm, so that is, this is a conductor and it is moving in a this conducting rail. Okay, so conducting rail means this is only a insulating copper wire is placed like U shape, and any conductor is placed inside this, yeah, on this you can say conducting rail. And what will happen when this is when magnetic field lines are moving, then what will happen, this conductor will start moving towards left side from right side to towards. So what will happen, there is a change in we can say there is a change in velocity, and there is a change in position of the conductor from A point to B point. Suppose the conductor is at point A at this point, and at this point it is A dash. So magnetic field lines are passing and the area is changing. So if area is changing, then there is a development of the, there is a induction of the induced EMF, or we can say there is a magnetic flux will be linked. So magnetic flux will be linked when the area is changing. So now we will find out value of induced current in the conductor. So as I told you that let R is the resistance in the movable arm PQ in a rectangular row PQRS. Suppose the total resistance of the remaining arm RS, this is, we can say, R, and this is S and P is negligible. Suppose the resistance of RS and SP is negligible, ठीक है, as compared to the resistance of the conductor, then the current in the loop will be. So that is I is equal to, from Ohm's law, V by R. V is what here? Potential, that is EMF. Then what the value of EMF? That is VLV divided by R. So this is the value of current. Now we will find out force on the movable arm. Okay, how much force is on this movable arm? This arm is movable. When conductor is placed in magnetic field, the formula you better know. This is force is equal to ILV. Yeah, bill you can write, bill sine of theta, and theta is what here? 90 degree, because this magnetic field lines are passing perpendicular to the this conductor. Then what will happen? Force will experience this by this conductor, that is ILV sine of theta, and the theta is 90 degree here, so we can write the value of, that is ILV, that is ILV sine 90 is 1, so it becomes ILV. Yeah, bill you can write. Okay, so now VLV by R into L into B. So here are two L's, so we can write here B square L square B square L square V upon R. So this is the value of force on a movable arm, means that the conductor PQ of length L and carrying current I, this is carrying current I, okay, experience a force in the perpendicular magnetic field. Then the force experience is like this. Okay, so this is a conductor and it experiences a force like this. So we can write this force due to induced current. This force is due to induced current act in the upward direction opposite to the velocity of arm in accordance with the Lenz's law. Hence, to move the arm with constant velocity V, it should be pulled with a constant force F. It should be pulled with a constant force F. So by using, we can say, Fleming left hand rule, we can find out its direction of current, force and magnetic field lines. So magnetic field lines, you know, it is perpendicularly, current is moving to this direction. Okay, power delivered by the external force, power supplied by the external source maintain the motion of the movable arm. Suppose you are pushing this we are a external agent, so this is a conductor and we are helping this conductor to move on this movable arm. So this is the power delivered by the, so what is the power? So power is equal to force into velocity. This come from the formula, power is equal to rate of doing work with respect to time, and work is force into displacement by time. Okay, force into displacement, this is power, this is work done, and displacement by time is velocity, so it will become F into V. Therefore we have written here F into V. So we will substitute the value of force, that is, this is V square L square V by R into V. So V square V multiply with that, this is V square L square V square upon R. So this is the formula for power delivered by the external agent. This is very important point. Power delivered by the external agent means we have to apply some external force so that the conductor will start moving in a magnetic field, and it will start moving and induced EMF and hence induced current will be produced. That we have already find out. So how much is the power dissipated as Joule's laws? So we can write here power. So this is, you should keep in mind this formula. Okay, so we can write here power dissipated means loss as Joule's laws. Power loss, yeah, power dissipated as Joule's laws. The power dissipated in the joules, yeah, we can say power dissipated in the loop. This is a loop as Joule's heating loss. Means when current is moving to any wire, then you know that every wire having resistance R. So when current is passed to the wire, then what will happen? This wire becomes heated up because of the Joule's law of heating effect, I square RT. So few heat loss will be there. So we can write power loss dissipated in Joule's law, that is equal to, we can write here power dissipated at Joule's loss, that is equal to I square R. Okay, so power, the formula power is I square R. So we will substitute the value of I square. I square value is VLV. From this formula you can write the value of I, that is VLV by R. So here it is VLV by R square into R. So you can see this formula, V square L square V square divided by R square into R. So R cancel out, only single R we have only here, remaining single R. So V square L square V square upon R. So this is what V square L square V square by R is. The same equation we have just explained here. It means joules, it means power dissipated at joules loss is equal to the power delivered to the arm, the power delivered to the arm. Thus the mechanical energy we can say thus the mechanical energy expended to maintain the motion of the movable arm is first converted into electric energy, and then induced EMF will be set up and induced current, and then due to thermal we can say due to thermal energy, this is consistent with the law of conservation of energy. This is a law, this is with the consistent with the law of conservation of energy. So this was about motional EMF from Lorentz force, and here we have discussed current, we can say force, power delivered and power dissipated as Joule's law. So student, this was one of the most important topic of the chapter. So you just revise, there are 3-4 lines are there here, you have to keep in mind. So this expression could be asked in the exam, so you just remind this. So thank you very much, keep watching videos.